We are on remote location right here in Hamilton, Texas. So we got a little asleep at the wheel on in the background. Today is Ray Benson's birthday. Happy birthday, Ray Benson. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have a great dessert that's super easy. It only involves 3 ingredients. So you should be able to actually do this with no problem at all. You're gonna need, it's gonna be famous peanut butter fudge, so it should be great. First off, you're just gonna need a regular canister of vanilla fudge frosting from the grocery store. So whatever brand that you want, just go ahead and pick it up. And you're gonna take the full canister and you're gonna take the top off and you're gonna microwave this for 1 minute. So nothing special on it, just 1 minute in the microwave. So I just kind of loosely put the cap on it. You don't want to like completely seal it back up because you don't want it to pop open, okay? So just kind of lightly. Just kind of put it right on there and set it for 1 minute and then get that going. So in the meantime, you're just going to take your favorite brand. I love Jif, that's my favorite brand of peanut butter. And use the creamy peanut butter if you can, okay? So you're going to need 1 equal portion of the frosting and the peanut butter. So after the frosting has been nuked for about a minute, you're gonna go ahead and take that and pour it out. In just a minute, you'll be able to see that. And then we're gonna melt some chocolate chips later and put that on as our base. So this is like a really great, quick recipe. If you need to go to a party or something like that in a couple of hours, you're just gonna refrigerate this. It's really good if you let it set overnight in the refrigerator and have it the next morning. It kind of really hardens a little bit more. It's a little soft after if you try to immediately serve it. So it's good that if you put it in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours, that would be the best bet on that. So just kind of keep that in mind. So 1 minute is the magic number, okay? So it's nice and liquidy right there. And it's not too hot, so you should be all set there. So after you get that done, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and scoop the peanut butter into the container. This becomes our measuring cup because you want equal parts of the frosting and the peanut butter. And like I said, just use your favorite kind. It doesn't really matter. I happen to love Jif, Skippy Works or Smuckers or any of those types. Just about got enough here. That is perfect, and a little extra. One can never have too much peanut butter. That's my philosophy on that. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is after you scrape all the peanut butter back out, is you're just gonna slowly kind of stir this in to get it all incorporated. You don't want to just go ahead and start stirring it because the frosting is pretty liquidy here. So you want to just kind of do like a folding motion, a little stirring motion until everything gets incorporated, and then you can really start to stir it all in. Like I said, this is a great, easy dessert, and this is really great for kids too, for your kids or your grandkids to make. So because it doesn't take a lot of effort and a lot of time, you are good to go. Now, you can see that that's all mixed very well. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a bottom and a top base to this fudge. We're gonna kind of make it into more of a Reese's peanut butter cup, just because that's, you can omit the chocolate if you wanna just do straight peanut butter fudge and not do the chocolate, you can definitely do that. I like to incorporate the chocolate because I'm a chocoholic, so I love to do that. So 2½ cups or about of semi-sweet is what I use. So I use the Toll House semi-sweet, but if you have a different brand, you can go ahead and do that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start microwaving this too. And you're gonna set this for 30 seconds per time, okay? So 30 seconds at a time is what you're gonna do, and then you're gonna take it out, you're gonna kind of give it a stir, and then put it back in for 30 seconds, so you're gonna kind of go back and forth there. So I'm gonna keep doing that until the chocolate is all completely melted, And then as soon as that's done and it's all melted, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you how to assemble everything together. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We have microwaved this probably about a total of 2.5 minutes, 30-second intervals, and each time at 30 seconds I've taken it out, I've stirred it up, and just kind of incorporate, let the chocolate chips kind of just melt as they go. And then I pop it back in for 30 seconds, take it back out, give it a stir. So you want it to the consistency where you can just let it run, okay? Not really super runny, because you still want a little bit of solid in it, but you want all the chocolate chips to completely melt and get that nice little shine to it. So I'm gonna take about half the mixture and just spread a really thin layer on the bottom of my baking dish. Now I have this is an 8x8 baking dish, and it's a really thin layer at the bottom. I'll show you just as soon as I spread this out, and just take the back of your spoon and just try to get into your corners and then around your edges here, and just do a nice little base for it. You don't need anything like super major there. And then you're gonna take your fudge mixture, give it a little stir, and that whole thing is gonna go in there. Now these are gonna be fairly thick, but that's kind of what you want. You want a nice thick piece. Dump all of this in here. That looks absolutely yummy. And then you're just gonna kind of push this to the sides. And what will happen is that chocolate will kind of, because the chocolate is still really liquidy, if you wanted to have like a definite layer at the bottom without the chocolate coming up the sides, go ahead and stick this in the refrigerator and let that chocolate kind of just refreeze or re-solidify so it's a nice piece of solid chocolate at the bottom. You could do that if you wanted to. I don't know, maybe it's just because I don't have the patience and I just want to hurry up and eat it. Yeah, it's kind of more my speed. I just want to hurry up and eat this. So I've kind of just spread it all around. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the rest of your chocolate and you're gonna put it right on the top. Now I kind of just work from the center out, and you're gonna spread this too. So there we go, this looks perfect. Now I just use the back of my spoon. If you have like an angled spatula you want to use, like one of those cake, like I have cake decorating spatulas and things like that with like the angle, you can do that, or you can use like a regular cooking spatula or even a knife. You can definitely use a knife. I'm just grabbing the back of the spoon just because I think it works just as good for me. So you just kind of work from the center out, just kind of make sure that you get in the corners as much as possible. Like I said, this makes such a good dessert for any type of gathering that you're doing, or I'm down here staying at friends' houses, and we stayed over in the Dallas area. We just went to a steel guitar convention, and that was awesome. We got to visit with a bunch of friends there, and we stayed at a hotel there. You can make this in a hotel. I didn't have a microwave in my room, or else I would have done it. So we've definitely had our share of inventions at the hotel. I made a cake one time for my friend Mark. You know the cinnamon rolls that I did, and I dedicated it to my friend Mark? Well, I made a steel guitar cake for him because he was inducted into the Steel Guitar Hall of Fame several years back. And so me and my friend Carlin, my friend Ginger, all went to Ginger's house because they were living in the Dallas area at the time, well, just kind of north of Dallas, and we baked the cake off, and I decorated it in my hotel room, and I'll post a picture of it. It was pretty cool. It came out really good, and it was a lot of fun for all of us to get together and kind of celebrate that for him. So, all right, I got it pretty much all coated on the top. Take your time with it. Don't be in a big rush, because you want to make sure that that chocolate all gets incorporated all over the top and covers your side. Now what you're gonna do after this is you're gonna stick this in the refrigerator. Like I said, let it set for a good like 4 hours. Then that way you know that it will be kind of all hardened back up. And if you want to set it in there overnight, you can. So the next morning you can just kind of cut it up and put it out. That's really good there. So just give it a little wiggle. you're all good to go. So refrigerate it. I hope you like the recipe. It's absolutely delicious. It's super easy. My buddy Dave actually gave me the peanut butter fudge recipe, said his grandmother used to make it all the time. So, and then we just added the chocolate to it. So it's so good. Thanks so much. Remember, when you make anything, you make it with love. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.